My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, there's an undeniable truth we all must face. Toxic individuals exist, and their behavior can sometimes feel unbearable. These individuals don't only hurt you physically or emotionally, they can also manipulate your feelings, exploit your kindness, and leave you questioning your own sanity. Whether it's a family member, a friend, a colleague, or even a stranger, the impact of negativity in our lives can be profound. But here's the good news. As Muslims, we are far from powerless in these situations. Islam provides us with invaluable tools to safeguard our peace and respond with wisdom and strength. We are equipped with guidance that empowers us to navigate the challenges that toxic people bring into our lives. Have you ever wondered how the deep wisdom of our faith can help us navigate through these encounters? Dealing with toxic individuals is undoubtedly one of the most difficult trials we face. It can be someone close to us, a family member, a colleague, or even a close friend, whose negativity continuously weighs heavily on our hearts. Their words and actions often drain our energy, shake our confidence, and sometimes they even test the very foundations of our faith. But what if we saw these moments as divine tests? What if these individuals, difficult as they may seem, are actually placed in our lives to help us grow spiritually and strengthen our inner peace? Let's take a moment to reflect on the wisdom of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who taught us that a believer is not a fault finder, nor abusive, nor coarse, nor obscene. This hadith isn't just about how we should behave. It's a call to rise above the toxic behaviors of others, to maintain our dignity, and to respond with patience and composure, even when our limits are tested. But how can we embody this noble standard when we're surrounded by relentless negativity? How can we respond with grace when everything around us seems to be pulling us into chaos? In today's discussion, we'll explore 5 transformative strategies drawn from the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet, peace be upon him, that will help us handle toxic people. These strategies aren't about avoiding harm. They're about elevating our character, nurturing our faith, and deepening our connection to Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, my dear brothers and sisters, have you ever felt stuck in a cycle of frustration, unsure of how to protect yourself from someone's toxic behavior? Have you ever wondered why certain individuals seem to be placed in your life, constantly testing your patience and resolve? If so, this discussion is for you. By the end, you'll have practical tools that will help you handle even the most difficult individuals while staying true to your values. Remember, Allah has given us the strength and wisdom to overcome these trials. Let's unlock those tools together. Stay with me as we embark on this journey to reclaim your peace and fortify your spirit. Number 1, limit their access to you. One of the most effective strategies for dealing with toxic individuals is to control how much access they have to your life. Not everyone deserves a front-row seat in your journey, especially if their presence drains your energy or disrupts your peace. Allah, SWT, reminds us in the Quran, "And lower to them the wing of humility out of mercy." Surah Ash-Shu'ara 26, verse 215. This verse emphasizes the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who uplift us and share our values. It calls us to cultivate an environment of positivity and faith. Think about the toxic individuals in your life. A colleague who constantly criticizes your work, or a family member who makes passive-aggressive comments about your choices. These interactions can feel suffocating and draining, but Islam teaches us that protecting our well-being doesn't mean resorting to hostility. The Prophet, peace be upon him, illustrated this beautifully when he said, "The example of a good companion and a bad companion is like that of the bearer of musk and the one who blows the bellows. The bearer of musk will either offer you some, or you will smell its pleasant fragrance, while the one who blows the bellows will either burn your clothes or you will get a foul smell. Sahih Muslim. This hadith teaches us the importance of carefully selecting our companions. Toxic people have a profound influence on our emotions, so we must limit their access to us wisely and kindly. For example, if someone constantly drains you with negativity, you can respond politely but firmly. I value our relationship, but I'd like to focus on positive and constructive conversations. If a family member hurts you with their words, reduce unnecessary interactions while still maintaining respect. Prioritizing your peace isn't selfish, it's an act of self-respect and gratitude for the blessings Allah has given you. Number 2. Respond with calmness, not anger. Toxic people thrive on chaos. They provoke reactions and draw you into their negativity, but responding with calmness and self-control disarms them and protects your dignity. Allah Ta'ala reminds us in the Quran, "Repel evil with that which is better, and thereupon the one whom between you and him is enmity will become as though he was a devoted friend." Surah Fussilat 41:34. This verse highlights the power of patience and good character, two qualities that can transform even the most difficult relationships. When the Sahaba, R.A., once asked the Prophet, peace be upon him, who among them was the strongest, he replied, "The strong one is not the one who overpowers others in wrestling, but the one who controls himself when he is angry." Sahih al-Bukhari. True strength lies in mastering our emotions, especially in moments of provocation. The next time someone undermines you, take a deep breath and choose to respond with composure. Say something like, "I understand your point of view, but I respectfully disagree." By doing so, you maintain control of the situation and show grace under pressure. Toxic individuals feed on emotional reactions, and when you deny them that, you break their cycle of control. Islam calls us to rise above petty conflicts. The Prophet, peace be upon him, exemplified this in his interactions with those who tried to provoke him, maintaining a calm demeanor even in the face of hostility. Can you imagine the strength and tranquility it takes to respond with such poise? Let this hadith guide you. Do not become angry, and you will attain paradise. Sunan Ibn Majah. Number 3. Forgive, but don't forget. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful virtues in Islam, but it's often misunderstood. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you condone their harmful behavior or grant them permission to hurt you again. Rather, it means freeing your own heart from the chains of resentment and anger. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala reminds us in the Quran, "Let them pardon and overlook." Would you not like Allah to forgive you? And Allah is forgiving and merciful. Surah An-Nur 24:22. Imagine this. A close friend betrays your trust by sharing your secrets. The pain of such a betrayal is deep and cuts through the heart. Forgiveness in this context doesn't mean pretending the harm never happened. It means letting go of the anger and bitterness that can consume you. The Prophet, peace be upon him, emphasized the strength required in moments of emotional turmoil. The strong one is not the one who overpowers others, but the one who controls himself when he is angry. Sahih al-Bukhari. Forgiveness doesn't erase the lessons learned from the situation. As the Prophet, peace be upon him, wisely said, "A believer is not bitten from the same hole twice." Sahih al-Bukhari. In today's world, toxic relationships often involve manipulation or betrayal, but Islam doesn't require us to maintain close ties with those who harm us. We can forgive them, but we can also set firm boundaries to protect ourselves from further harm. Number 4. Surround yourself with the right people. To counter the negativity of toxic individuals, It's crucial to surround ourselves with uplifting and righteous people. The Prophet, peace be upon him, beautifully illustrated this with a powerful hadith. The example of a good companion and a bad companion is like that of the seller of musk and the one who blows the bellows. The seller of musk either gives you a gift or you enjoy its pleasant fragrance, while the one who blows the bellows either burns your clothes or you smell a foul odor. Sahih Muslim. Spending time with those who inspire you, who remind you of Allah, and who encourage you to grow in your faith can act as a shield against toxicity. If you find yourself in situations where toxic individuals are unavoidable, focus on nurturing positive relationships. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, and keep yourself patient with those who call upon their Lord morning and evening, seeking His countenance. Surah Al-Kahf 18:28. Number 5. Focus on your own growth. Lastly, one of the most liberating ways to deal with toxic people is to redirect your energy towards personal growth and spiritual development. Toxic individuals can often distract us from what truly matters, but Islam teaches us to focus on what brings us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves." Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:11. Reflect on the toxic people in your life. Do they help you grow spiritually, or do they pull you away from your purpose? By prioritizing your own growth, focusing on strengthening your relationship with Allah, building good habits, and striving toward your goals, you will find that toxic people lose their power over you. As the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Part of the perfection of one's Islam is leaving that which does not concern him." Sunan al-Tirmidhi. Dealing with toxic people is undoubtedly challenging, but with the guidance of Islam, we have the tools to rise above their negativity. Remember that every trial you face is an opportunity to grow closer to Allah SWT and to strengthen your character. The strategies we've discussed, setting boundaries, responding with calmness, forgiving with wisdom, surrounding yourself with righteous companions, and focusing on personal growth, are not just about managing difficult individuals. They are pathways to spiritual elevation and deeper connection with Allah. So, which of these lessons resonates most deeply with you? Which one will you implement first? Let's support one another in this journey toward growth, resilience, and unwavering faith. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the strength to face these trials, the wisdom to navigate difficult relationships, and the peace to remain steadfast on His path. Dua. O Allah, grant us patience to endure life's trials, wisdom to handle challenges with grace, and faith to remain steadfast on the straight path. Surround us with those who bring us closer to you, and protect us from those who seek to drain our energy. Let every difficulty we face draw us